AI agents use MCP to discover and call tools. But when every agent talks directly to every other tool, governance breaks. There is no visibility and no consistent control. Nobody knows what's happening. Hi, I'm Prachi, and in this video, I will show you how Gravity's MCP proxy introduced in 4.10 creates one governed path for both agents and tools. Let's quickly see it in action. This is Acme Hotel's booking website, which is fictional, and we have our AI agent chatbot here. And as you can already see that I have queried for my bookings and the hotels in NYC, and I got the response. But one thing to notice is that here the AI agent is not directly doing the talking to LLMs or tools, but MCP Proxy is the one who is helping AI agents to discover and call tools. So let's go to the Gravitee API console, and I will show you how this works in practice and what are the policies that we have applied on MCP Proxy in order to get the responses from agent. So let's go ahead. We are in Gravitee API console. Let's create one MCP Proxy API. Show you how to create MCP Proxy API in Gravitee. Scroll down, select AI Gateway, select MCP Proxy, and here specify the context path. And now the time comes when you here paste the MCP URL. So this MCP server can be your custom made or third party MCP server or the MCP server that you have created inside Gravitee using MCP tool server. So we already have this Acme Hotels MCP server created here. So go to the MCP entry point tab, and as you can already see that I have two bookings, gate bookings, gate accommodations, and I have this entry point exposed on localhost 8082 hotels MCP. So you can get this and you can paste it there. So I have to do the process again, but okay. Here you paste your URL, and if you want to add anything extra that you can do, otherwise scroll down, validate my endpoints, and then go to the fifth step and you will have your MCP Proxy API ready. I already have for Acme Hotels. I'll quickly show you. So go to the entry points tab. I have MCP Proxy as context path, and this is exposed on 8082 MCP Proxy entry point. And I already showed you that the hotel's MCP created via Gravity's MCP tool server is the one that I'm proxying here. So this is the exposed or backend URL. And let's go to the policies section. And here you can see that um, I'll edit it. Yeah. So this is tool limit access, and the methods that I have selected is tools listing and tools call, but you can select MCP native lifecycle methods from here for tools, for resources, for prompts, and even the logging and route sampling methods. So this is helpful when we configure Gravity's MCP ACL policy. So what is ACL? Access control list. So this is the very important policy that we have introduced in 4.10, which is to ensure that you have an authority to limit access to certain MCP native methods. So for example, in this demo, sorry. So for example, in this demo, here, any hotels in NY, this can be queried by anyone, someone who is not logged in or someone who is not authenticated. So this tool is basically public, which uh, can be accessible by anyone. But show me bookings is the query that can only be queried by the person or the user who is authenticated on the Acme Hotels website. And I want to limit this tool only to the authenticated users, and that I can do via Gravity's ACL policy. Let's go ahead and add one more if you want, and Let's do it and save it. So this is the Gravity's MCP ACL policy. Now we have some basic policies such as retry. Retry if the request fails. This is the retry condition, and maximum attempts as 2. Very easy to set up. Rate limit policy as same as APIs. It limits the requests going to the tools. So maximum requests 4, and let's set the static time duration as let's say 60 seconds or 1 minute. And here is how you set up the rate limiting policy. Now the cache policy is again one of the most important policy that we have introduced for MCP Proxy API. So cache policy means if an agent asks for tool listing again and again, you can just give the cache response instead of calling the tool again. So here I have defined the key using expression language, which says that if the content is like show me bookings or any hotels in NY, so that is coming to MCP proxy again and again. So I'll basically use this key and return the cached response. And she can also define uh, which methods or uh, which methods you want to cache. You can do it here. Scroll down and select the scope you want for the whole application or the specific API. I'll select application and let's go ahead and save it. So these were the MCP policies. I hope you have a good time exploring MCP Proxy in 4.10, and there is a blog link in the description. Make sure to go ahead and check it out. Thank you.